is going on, guys? It is the Beastly Brook, and today we are on Minecraft doing a tutorial for a nice little survival house. Doing a little 360 view of it right here. It's pretty swanky. I've used it myself. It works perfectly. Now, if you're asking why there's creeper feet, it's because on top of this there's going to be a creeper coaster that I want to build. Okay, so there's a 360 view. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of a view inside. As you can tell, it's a very like cabin-y feel, really kind of survival oriented, which is what it's supposed to be. And there's room for basement and all that good stuff. Okay, so there's the back of it, and then we're just going to do a sky 360, kind of like roundabout Bruce Lee, you know, like roundhouse kick of this thing. I don't know what the fuck I was doing there. But yeah, so there's some of that. Actually, in kind of like the background areas. There it is. Nice little cut there. Now this will actually fit in a 22 by 20, and what you're gonna need is all these different materials. So yeah, get back to the spruce wood. Now you're gonna come over here to the left side, and you're gonna count in by 1, 2, 3, 4. Move up 1, 2, 3, 4. Place your first block. Now what you want to do here is build it up by 3. Oh my god. Sorry about that. One of my friends is joining the game here. I'm gonna have to kick you there. Sorry, bud. I can't have you in the world right now. But yeah, build it up by 4. Move over 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, move it over by 4. 3 space block. Build it up by 4. Don't place that block there. And then fill in this space across the top by 3. Now you're going to move back by 4, and on the 4th block you're going to place it up, build it up by 4 once more, and build it across. So here's where it gets tricky. We're going to build it over by 5, okay? And on the 5th block, place it, build it up by 4, build it across. Woo! That was a nasty burp, sorry about that. So now you're going to move over 4 again, place it on the 3rd block, build it up by 4, and go across by 3. Now you're going to move it over by 4 again, build it up by 4 once more, and make it across. So now we're going to move it over by 3 again, and on this 3rd block, build it up by 4th block, build it up by 4, and go across again. Okay, now we're going to move over to the other side, do the same thing. So come over by 4 on the 4th block, place it, build it up by 4, and make it across. Now we're going to move it over by 4 again, or 4 block space. It's 5 blocks, sorry. You can tell this is my first tutorial. It's totally good. So after you build it up by 4, you're going to build it across. We're going to see it one more time here. On the 5th block, build it up by 4, and come all the way across, which will be about a 4 block gap. Okay, so now we're gonna come across. How do I want to do this? I'm not really sure a very good measuring system. Oh, I know how to do it. Yeah. Sorry, I might have just flooded your ears with like air. But what you're gonna want to do, make it symmetrical and line up with that, which means you're gonna want to make a 4 block gap there, build it up, and build it right back across. So now we have like the basic outer frame done. Feel free to pause the video here and catch up if you need. Oh, at the time of recording this is a Saturday, so it's pretty swanky. So yeah, you're going to want to dig this out in a diagonal and fill it in with your cobblestone. Now why we're doing this is so that we don't have dirt underneath a part of our house where we have the glass panes. So now we're going to take our glass panes, put it on top in this kind of zigzag form, build it up by a grand total of 3. And then we're going to take our spruce wood. We're doing all this outside part with spruce wood, by the way. Actually, kind of a good thought. You're going to want to make all of them face that way. Kind of a good thought. If you guys want to do something different, like build it with different materials, go ahead and do that. Be creative. It's Minecraft. You don't have to follow the tutorial block for block. And while I'm saying that now is because we're just doing the same thing that we did on the other side, making it symmetrical. Now, I happen to be one of those guys in Minecraft that really likes the symmetry. I know that there's a ton of people out there like me, so I'm not alone. Symmetry Army right here. Represent. But yeah, so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna make that facing out, and then these don't place that block, and don't place that block either. Silly beastly. Oh, so then you're gonna erase those blocks in, and then make the whole log facing the same direction, and then that'll make it symmetrical. So, as you can probably tell, we're gonna fill in this whole area with the oak wood. And we're going to fill in the 4x3 and the 3x3 on both sides, completely full to the brim. Now, if you couldn't tell, this is a survival-oriented house. That's why we're using cobblestone, glass, and wood, different kinds of wood. That's very, very big for me, is I like to make a decent-sized wood house. Now, you can pause the video here and catch up if you need. I also had to make a cut there. I had to make a cut jump, so yeah. So now we're going to place a line across the top and a line across the bottom, and we're going to fill it in with glass in the middle here in a bit. Line across the top, line across the bottom. See? Simple as that. Now we take the glass panes, line across the middle. Kind of like an Oreo, but not. So we're going to do line across the bottom, line across the top, line across the bottom. Don't place that block. And line across the top. Take the glass planes, put that filling in that Oreo, my boy. I love Oreos. they're like, ooh, Milk's favorite cookie. I'm not sponsored by them either. I've never seen a YouTuber sponsored by Oreo. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool to be sponsored by Oreo. Now that I think about it. What the fuck? Okay, door. I see you trying to screw me up. Start talking about symmetry, and then I do the same thing I always do, and the doors go the wrong way. So what we're gonna do here is dig the cobblestone, place the doors, and then make kind of like an upside down U shape of the stone around it. Come outside, take your cobblestone stairs, put one on each of the spruce wood pillars. So now this is what we should have. That's a lot of talking. Like a lot of talking. Here's a front view. Pause the video anywhere if you guys need, by the way. And now we're gonna take out this entire bottom portion and fill it in with the spruce wood. Everybody loves spruce wood. Everybody loves spruce wood. Kind of like everybody likes oak wood. Scratch that. Not everybody likes oak wood. I have a friend. He actually has a YouTube channel. His name's Niall Mahoney. Go check him out. Shout out. He doesn't like oak wood very much, and I don't know why. It's just like, oh, it's like the Jesus of woods. Just it's so pure. I really do like the darker colored woods though. They add a lot of contrast to it, because like in the background you can see as I'm filling this floor in, the contrast between the light and the dark. Oh, mwah, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. So now we're going to take and we're going to fill this whole floor in with spruce wood. But like I said earlier, if you guys want to build this with different materials, go ahead and do it. This doesn't have to be purely survival or purely creative. I'm just making it kind of as a survival house just because I use this house a lot in survival. But then again, I also just kind of spawn in a world and go with it. That's what I do a lot of the times. So, yeah, that's the floor. Floor's done, and now we're going to come up here and we're going to make a little triangle with the wood going horizontal across the top, and place the glass in the middle. And now we're going to do the same. Now that horizontal wood on the top is very, very important. Just adds a little bit of detail. So now we're going to come over here and we're going to begin the roofing, and you're going to take your cobblestone stairs and your cobblestone slabs, make that overhang there, and we're going to go down across both sides and create an overhang on both sides. Now, if for this part you guys are going to want to pause the video a lot, okay? Because doing this roof is difficult. It's really hard. It's one of the hardest roofs that I've ever done, just because of all the confusing little twists and turns it takes. So now you want to kind of make this little like half sphere type shape in the middle of the doorway areas, okay? It's going to add a little pokey thing out to the front, delete those blocks on the edge, and fill it in with glass. Now, why I like to do this Why I like to do this is just because it adds that little bit more detail contrast to the house. It just makes the house look a little bit more alive and full of color, flavor, flavor. Fills it with flavor. But yeah, so then you're going to want to do the same thing that you did to the other side on this side. Just take it all the way across the whole length of the house on the 2 top parts and the 2 side parts. Not the third part, not the third way down, because that's kind of where it gets to be tricky. Now what you want to do is you want to go to this bottom overhang and fill it over to the side, and then place a horizontal one, and then just fill it into the side there so that it creates that curve. Then you want to take this and you want to pull it all the way over to the side to right about here, and then take your cobblestone slabs and fill it into there. Now these slabs should line up with the outside part, and then I had to delete that because it wasn't right. And then you're going to place a wooden block right there. Don't forget that wooden block, it's very important. So then you're going to take the cobblestone stairs and you're going to go all the way across the back. Don't make an overhang though on that last one. That's for the second level, okay? Well, it's a lot of talking. I'm getting kind of lightheaded. So then you're going to go all the way back across and you're going to make another overhang. This is important. This last step area right here, you're going to place it right behind the second overhang block and just fill in the rest of it with glass, okay? So then on that part right there, right at the overhang, for the third one, you're going to place a block of wood and fill this all the way out so that it hangs over the one side. I thought I messed up there. You're going to want to make it so that it hangs over the block of wood. See, you're going to see I go up and it goes 2, 2, 1, okay? Remember that. Whew. This is roofing is the most complicated part of building Minecraft. This, next part, you're going to see horizontal, vertical. It creates the curve so that there's no gaps in your hole. Or in your there's no holes in your roof. There's no gaps in your hole. Yeah, totally. Whew, I'm cracking myself up here. I'm talking so much to the point where I stumble over my words. It's great. So then, like I said earlier, you're going to want to make the overhang there, okay? So feel free here to pause, catch up, seriously, okay? But now we're going to move on to the rest of the roof. We're going to make the overhang. This is what I'm going to refer to as level 1. Level 1 does not overhang there, okay? It doesn't. I'm rewatching this. It doesn't overhang there. I think I fixed it too. See? I'm going back around and I'm checking that it doesn't overhang there. I'm building this thing right now, and I've built it before. You can see it in the background. I messed this thing up still. It is a very difficult house to build. Now we're going to build that over by 4. We're good. Now we're going to bring this all the way back out, okay? Whew, just a little bit of peace and quiet. Make the hangover, and then we're going to take our slabs. Make sure that it's 2. Make sure it's 2. Don't do that either. See how it's kind of it's the last of the other one and then the slab? Do that. Oh my god, stair travels, am I right? See how it's 3 there? Make sure it's only 2. The slab and the stair on the middle, half sphere thing. Then you're going to build this over so that it lines up, and then it's the first stair on the second one and the slab. Then you're going to place that, and the roof is done. Oh. So now this is where, if you're using this house in survival, you guys feel free to like the video if you liked it, subscribe, peace out my beasts. Yeah. Now this is for people who are building it in creative or in survival that just want to add a little bit of detail. You see what I'm doing here? I think it's called scaffolding. It just adds a little bit of detail and support structure looking to the side. So you want to go to the edge of every pillar and build it across, okay? Notice how I did that? It's pillar, 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 and it just goes across the whole thing. And you see the effect it creates? It just adds a little bit more of that cabin feel to it. And it's super cool. If you have the resources to do it, I highly recommend doing it. It just your friends walk in and you're just like a fucking building master. Okay, so now we got our decorations. It's kind of pretty basic what I'm gonna do here, but you want to place torch on the second level of every inside facing pillar. So let's just walk around and do that. I had to clear my throat here for a little bit. So then you're gonna place an item frame on every single like torch. Not like you have to place it on the block that's behind the torch, not the torch itself. Now, some of you probably know where I'm going with this. Well, actually, a lot of you probably do. This is the oldest trick in the book. It creates a torch holder. So then you're gonna want to take your slab of whatever you're using for the roof, and you're gonna want to place it inside the item frame, and you can see the effect it creates. It's just something super crisp, clean. It's one of those little details that adds a lot to the building. Now we're going to take our spruce stairs, place them upside down, and place a brewing stand on top. Oh, okay. Now we're going to take our chest, place them there, and our lime bed, because lime is the best color, hands down, and place that in the middle. Take our furnaces, and then we're going to do chest, 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 chest. Now we take our cauldron, do 3 across here, and then we are going to kind of just empty what we don't need back into our inventory. And we are going to take our bucket and fill up the cauldrons. That's for the brewing. For those of you that didn't know, I didn't mean to get the brewing stands out, by the way. Now we take our crafting table, we put it in, and that is the end of this beautiful house. Now, guys, if you liked the video, hit up that like button as hard as beastly possible. And don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Peace out, my freaking beasts. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the love, all the support. I love seeing it.